Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Happy Catty Crypto here. So, sorry for the lack in updates over the past few days. My body keeps suddenly deciding it doesn't want to work anymore, and it's doing stupid things, but it's okay. I can use everything again, and I'm back at my seat, but my voice may sound a little bit funny at times, and I may not sound quite like myself, but let's just dive into it because there's a lot of things going on currently, and I've been watching a lot of different things develop, watching from my mobile device. So what we've currently seen recently is this huge kind of eyeball over at KuCoin, and we all knew KuCoin was delegating coins to themselves for the simple fact of gaining rewards, and we never really got an answer to it. But it seems at some point recently, over the past 24 hours, that KuCoin have just undelegated the majority of what they did have delegated. And it seems they possibly maybe moving on to better pastures or whatever. Maybe they felt a little bit guilty. Maybe they finally got the message. But what we do know is KuCoin are no longer in the top validator set, and we can see this on the LUNC Penguins validator list. They were around here somewhere, obviously now shooting them all the way down lower. So I think because so many people have currently got their eyes on people who are just here to get rewards, I feel like we should address this 0% commission issue, because anyone with a 0% commission's creating a zero contest environment, meaning they just don't support the community. They're just specifically there to support themselves, get themselves to, these higher highs, and then suddenly switch on the commission rates. Kind of what you've seen with previous nodes. We've seen so many different nodes do this, and anybody doing this, and I don't care who they are, and I don't care how they feel about my comment, it's scummy. You are pretty much the scum of what scum is inside Lunar Classic right now. And, it will get you so far, but eventually it will come out in the wash. People will figure it out, and people will stop supporting 0% commission nodes for the simple fact that it's just not fair. Anybody who's doing this is, you've got a lot of money behind you because you've got the ability to run a node at zero. Even if you get all the machinery and everything yourself, your running cost is still going to be around £400 a month. So regardless of what people are doing, they're still going to have to pay a running cost somewhere down the line. So normally where you'll see this is with people that are very well off. So for instance, For Maximalist has multiple nodes throughout the cosmos on other platforms as well and other blockchains. So for them, that 0% commission, they just don't care. They just don't care. What they care about is being as high up as they can, so then they can turn around to people and say, well, we're number 3 node in this blockchain and we're number 2 node in this blockchain. It looks good on the resume. So realistically, it's not fair. And it's not fair for all the very, 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 very small nodes who are trying so hard to build, because voting power shouldn't be given. This is one thing that people need to understand, is voting power should be earned for the simple fact that it's all based on trust and who you trust to be in this for the right reasons. And, we've been in this for 9 months now and we've done nothing but build, yet we sit around and we look at all the people around us that are just doing nothing, but they're still getting voting power. So it really does become confusing, especially to myself, when we put so much work in, so much work to get the same kind of output that someone that just doesn't do anything has even tweeted, we're not going to be building. We're just going to be here to talk about it and get rewards. So, it's not, the more we get into this, the more I realize that everybody seems to be prospering around us, and we just kind of seem to be like these people that do everything for free. We're always got our thumbs up. We're always there. And now it's kind of showing that people just will continue to shit on us. They won't care. They won't tag us in stuff. We won't get thanks for anything. And, it's not nice feeling the way that things have happened recently as well. I feel like, giving a certain position to someone recently was like giving a position to my dad, like allowing my dad to run this YouTube channel. I'm just so confused, and we've put so much work in to be where we are to have the voting power that we have, and to have gained the support that we have, because we haven't been in crypto for as long as all of these other people. And it seems to me that, like, I'm one of the first people that are actually just calling these other people out left, right, and center, getting blocked, and actually making them look to be exactly who they are, because we just don't, like, fair enough. If you want to go do that in SHIB, you want to go do that in ApeCoin, you want to go do that in all of these other kind of places, then go and do it. But this is Lunar Classic. This is time for being serious, and time for, so at the moment you'll see LUNC down. No one wants to build on Lunar Classic, or, you know, no one wants to build on a non-decentralized chain. No one wants to build on there. But the biggest issue we have right now is all of these the big shot validators are all actually more interested in building on Luna. So, you know, we're at a point now where, you know, all jokes are aside now, this has an effect on all of our future. And, you know, we really do need to start taking things a little bit more serious, and, you know, starting to understand that the majority of our validator set are not building on Lunar Classic because of the current situation. They're not building on Lunar Classic because they're building on Luna. They're building for the interchain. They're building for all of that. They're not interested in Lunar Classic. This is why we need new builders, new high quality validators, people who are going to contribute things and actually build stuff. And, you know, it's going to be all fun and games when we have a top set of validators that are just people not doing anything, not building anything, not contributing anything, and just generally there to talk about things. Because eventually we'll all just be sat talking, won't we? And no one will be doing anything. So, like, it's stressful. And we're in a very stressful time in Lunar Classic, because currently we have a new L1 development team going into play, and we just don't know how that's going to pan out. We've seen many times before that power corrupts the best people. And if you heard the 3-hour conversation that was leaked out of Terra Rebels, there's many things that have been said in there which is just disgusting. You know, they're all as bad as each other at that point, and there was not one thought for the community. And, you know, it's just not fair on all of us that, like, we've all put in, so, like, it seems to me like it's just Terra Rebels that did work, or these specific people did work, and the rest of us have just done nothing. We've contributed, you know, jack, and we're about as useful as an acorn on the floor at this point. We're just good for treading on. So, or for a squirrel to go and hide away in his stash. But anyway, that's squirrel talk. I think LUNC needs more serious people, more dedicated people willing to build, and, you know, willing to push the technology to higher highs, and understand that voting power is gained from trust and forcing things. You know, my thumbs are up to anyone who wants, you know, look how many people all of a sudden, 0% commission roads popping up all left, right, and center. You know, oh, we can't do a 0% commission node because it's not, and it's just, so many people talking about it, barely any people that even can build. This is the biggest issue as well. We lack people that actually have the time, energy, and knowledge to build on this blockchain, to utilize smart contracts. And then whenever we find, like, I see so many people that are just so caught up in drama. Like, this is why I just stay off Twitter, because it's just not, it's not productive. None of it is productive. Like, I get it, AMAs every so often with people who want to get their point out or promote a project or something like that. I get it. But these, like, constant on Twitter all the time, like, I don't know where people get the energy from to sit there and think all these things up. And I just sit there and think to myself, Jesus, like, I'm reading them and it's like, I, me, I, me. And it's like, everybody is at this point as bad as each other. And it just seems no one is going to stand up and go, you know, I was wrong with this, or I was wrong with that. And we need to, you know, there's so many confusing things going on at the moment in Lunar Classic that I'm confused myself. I sat in my hospital bed and I was just like, you know, is this what it's come down to, where even I myself am becoming at this point where, you know, I can't even get a reply from certain people because maybe my IQ isn't high enough or something like that. And it's irritating. It's irritating because I've done so much for the community. We've helped so many people with so many different things, for them to turn around and just do the same thing as every other person. Like, I always feel like a stepping stone person. Like, I'm just a stepping stone for somebody to get to where they're going. I'm never ever going to be, you know, like, picked for the team or like ever kind of someone look and go, you know what, Happy Catty Crypto really does, you know, we're at a point now where people are coming out in the wash and people are seeing these scam like things that have been happening, people that are just there for money. And I can always ultimately say, you know, I've always just been here for the greater good of the community. I have nothing hidden in my closet because I've never done anything out of line. I'm just here. Anytime I ever did anything that was considered out of line, I did a video. When I had to shut down the steering group, I did a video. When I had to stop the burn channel, I did a video. You know, it's all about being honest with your community, even when you're wrong, even when you're having to backtrack on yourself. It's always best to be honest with not only your community, but yourself. So I just, you know, it's all very interesting. And, you know, 0% commission rates just need to go. Honestly, there's so many people who think that we should make no 0% commission rates and enforce a 2% commission rate, even if someone sets it to 0 and that 2% goes to burn. But the complications with doing something like that is actually quite heavy, and you don't actually have permission to do that. You would obviously need everybody to vote on it, something they need to go through on consensus. It's a possibility, but there's work that needs to go into something like that. I just think 0% commission rates shouldn't even exist. Why should that even be a thing? Folks, have a really, 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 really nice Friday. Stay safe. Beware of scammers. Beware of doppelgangers. Beware of anybody pretending to be me. I'm really sorry about my dodgy and croaky voice, and I'll catch you in the next one. Gonna do it. Ah.